what's up? It's Brian and Max from Up at Noon, and we've been very, very busy building a gigantic LEGO Batmobile. Max, we did it!
We did it! This took literally weeks because we kept having to move it around, and we're shooting a time lapse, which you're probably looking at right now. But this is the Ultimate Collector's Series LEGO Batmobile. It is how many pieces?
3,306.
3,306 pieces, comes in 24 bags. There is a 435-page instruction manual, and this will run you $250. If you're familiar with the LEGO UCS series, Ultimate Collector's Series, then this should be no surprise, but it's the Tim Burton 1989 movie Batmobile, which, let's be honest, kicks ass.
Yeah, this is honestly, I would say, in my top 3 Batmobiles, and it's super cool to see it get this treatment. I really hope this sells well so that they make one for Batman Returns, which is definitely my favorite Batmobile. But in the meantime, this is a really cool kit. There's a lot going on under the hood, so to speak, metaphorically or actually, if you will.
Yeah, you can't actually open the hood, but you can open the canopy, which is nice. There's a whole bunch of detail inside the canopy, including a steering wheel, which actually makes the wheels turn. I admit that's kind of a thing that most cars do. The Batmobile does all sorts of exciting things that regular cars don't, but it also steers, so there's that. I think the most exciting action feature is this one, where it makes little gun turrets pop up.
Yeah, those pieces fly off. I always found that weird in Batman movies where Batman would drive around his secret car and blow off parts of it and just leave them on the street for the police to find. This is very odd. It's sort of just like leaving your fingerprints everywhere. But it's Batman. He probably has somebody go and clean up after.
Yeah, speaking of Batman, there's some minifigs here. There's this wonderful little base that has gargoyles, and we've got Vicky Vale, Batman, and the Jack Nicholson Joker. These all look great. It's honestly hard to look at a Batman minifig and not immediately think of the Batman LEGO movie.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, this is a particularly interesting one because, as you can probably tell, and maybe it's been a long time since you've seen the movie and you don't remember, these are not to scale to the Batmobile. If you open this right here,
I don't know what you're talking about. It's exactly how the movie is.
You put Batman inside. He's it kind of looks like a child in a car, but that's okay. This is all part of the display.
This looks like a dog in a car.
It does look like a dog.
If this is like the size of a Pomeranian to scale with a mid-size SUV. Speaking from experience.
Exactly. Max has that dog and he has that car, and often cops will pull them both over because he does stunts.
What are you all doing in here?
So yeah, you can fit all 3 of them in the car at the same time, which is not even remotely canon. But it is an interesting, fun thing to do. Now, obviously, this is a display set. That's a big part of it here. It does have some action features, and it's fun to spin around. But the main thing here is that it comes with a base with a stand that explains the history of it.
It's a little Lazy Susan you can put it on.
And you've got this sort of ledge up here where you can put all 3. I'm so scared of you holding it.
Does this make you nervous?
Yes.
That I'm holding it like an electric guitar?
It does.
What could go wrong?
It just reminds me of the part in those cooking shows where they finish baking a cake and they have to carry it across the street.
No, I think we should go walk around on some ladders and stuff.
Please
Look at it, one-handing it. Oh man. But no, the good news is if you if you got $250 and you want something that is made of black plastic that shows fingerprints, it's like either this or a PlayStation 4. Both of them will just attract dust and fingerprints. We wipe this down with some sort of solution and lint-free paper towels, and it still is covered in marks.
Yeah, I will say too, speaking at least for the parts I did, this was a really fun build. I know that's a very important thing. I've built really gorgeous, amazing Legos that are actually not that fun to put together. It's not really a fun kit. This is a super fun kit. There's a lot of stuff that really caught me off guard. The sort of wings here had to be built in separate parts and then flipped upside down, conjoined together using weird little clips, and then stuck in here. The wheels were fun too. The back of the car, this piece right back here, is really awesome. That was it was just fun building all this stuff. There's also, like I said, all this stuff that you can't see that was just really interesting. All these mechanisms going on underneath the hood.
Yeah, and I think from a distance you look at this and you're like, that is a giant box of black Lego bricks. But in reality, there's a bunch of different colored stuff underneath.
Yep.
They do a good job of to keep things interesting, I guess.
Just picking it up again.
Look at that. Look at me go. There's a lot of color-coded pieces, a lot of Technic stuff going on in there to make all the the bells and whistles work. But it's got that wonderful sort of sense of discovery where you spend half an hour, 2 hours, whatever, putting stuff together, and then suddenly it's and then assemble this thing, and you're like, it's the roof.
Yeah,
I get it now.
Yeah, it takes you a while to figure out what you're working on particularly. There's a lot of really interesting usage of pieces here. Stuff that sort of feels like traditional Lego kind of gets flipped upside down and becomes something that you didn't really think you'd be using it for.
Yeah, I think at this scale they get pretty creative with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's even grappling hooks stuck into the side and a lot of weird little sort of ramp pieces that conjoin together to make kind of the fins and the flaps all over this thing.
I think my favorite was for the wheel wells. They used a lot of those hook-shaped archway pieces that I'm familiar with as being sort of the eaves in castle sets, but now they can be used for Gothic 1989 Batmobiles, courtesy of Tim Burton.
That's right. So that is the brand new LEGO Batmobile based on the '89 movie, which is a classic film. Awesome movie. Go watch it. If you want a LEGO Batmobile in your home and you've been good this year,
Treat yourself.
buy it for yourself. It's the holidays. You deserve it.
Treat yourself.
This year has been a nightmare for most people on planet Earth. So
Treat yourself.
do something good and buy yourself a Batmobile and display it in your home.
Comes with a free coffee table book.
That is a heavy book.
That is a big Batmobile.
This really took us a long time to get through this thing.
Where does he get these wonderful toys? At retailers near you.